VC, what's up? Nolan's here, aka Got Your Nose, and I'm broadcasting in high fidelity for the very first time. No longer broadcasting from the underground public access station on Mars that you're accustomed to. I wanted to do this with the first video back, but I wanted to get the back to school jitters out of the way. Thought that'd be a pretty good idea. And, well, here I am. This is my regular vinyl edition sort of video. I got home from work a little bit ago, cracked open a nice beer. This is a Hell's Bell. This is a Big Boss Brewery. They're out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Delicious. Cheers, VC. It's unseasonably warm here in North Carolina today, and I'm really enjoying it. In the background, stole that idea from Travis, Adam, a ton of other people. In the background, we have Cults, their first record. I still haven't picked up their new record, but I'm going to see them tomorrow night for my birthday, and I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I know it's probably weird, maybe it's me projecting, but I think they're a little bit, they're kind of like the underdogs. I mean, they're signed to Columbia Records, you're saying. What? How are they even underdogs? But, I feel they're too pop for the weird kids, and they're, maybe too weird for the pop kids. And that's a weird place to be. And I don't know, I feel like I relate to that place. They were lumped in after Go Outside came out, their big single, kind of lumped in with a bunch of bands I don't think they really particularly had any association with. Grizzly Bear, Dirty Projectors, a lot of those Brooklyn bands that were coming out. And I don't know, I just feel like even though they're very successful, they're on Columbia Records, their label doesn't really care too much about them. They're underdogs, and I feel like they're not particularly cool, kind of square, like me. I don't know. Like I said, that's all projecting. I'm doing that all on having no clue who these people are. But that's the vibe I get. This is great, modern, Phil Spector-esque pop. And I think it's going to be a blast to go see the show tomorrow. So, that's off my chest. There was a record fair in town on Sunday. And it was alright. The local radio station, WXDU, put on the show. There's a lot of local vendors I've seen a lot of times before, so I knew a lot of the stuff that they were going to have. Only took out a certain amount of money to spend, and I spent exactly that amount. Spent $20. Pretty good. So, the best part of it, I'll show first, which is the dollar section that WXDU had. I mean, everything, all their discards were $1. A lot were kind of messed up. A lot of writing on, which I don't typically mind, but when it's like written on, the disc is fucked up, and there's tape on the covers, and it's all worn off. There's a point where I just, especially like for instance, there's a bunch of dollar ELO, which I need some of the early ELO for $1. Face the Music, their first one, On the Third Day, all that stuff. There were some pretty beat up copies there for $1, and I'm kind of just holding out for dollar copies. Anyway, a lot of preface to say I picked up $2 records. The first one, this is my second Todd Rundgren record. This is my first time dealing with this lighting situation, and I don't know if I like it very much, but we'll work with it. But this is Todd Rundgren. This has a long title, actually. A Wizard, a True Star, but I don't think that's the whole title. Either way, this is the record he put out. I think it's his third or fourth after Something Anything, and it's excellent. I was actually jamming along with it the other day. Really cool inner sleeve. If you weren't able to notice, die cut cover. Very cool. So there's some cool lyrics, nice photo collage here, and this is on Bearsville Records, 1973. It says Bearsville, but it's distributed by Warner Brother. And this apparently, the sound quality, there's some issues because it was a whole lot of music pushed onto one disc. So I played it loud, and I can kind of hear what they're talking about, but I mean, I also got it for $1. It was kind of a beater copy. Can't tell what's what. This is a great album. 1973, Todd Rundgren. I'd say up there with Something Anything. Definitely. I've spent a lot more time with Something Anything, but... Or I should say, Something Anything? Something Anything. So I got that for $1. Also, this has always kind of been in the back of my mind. Penguin Cafe Orchestra. This is their record, Broadcasting from Home. And this is cool. This is very, very nice. This is on Jim Records. Actually, Editions. I see this. I have a lot of Eno records on this label. Editions EG. Marketed by Jim. And this came out 1984. So the year I was born. I can add this to the stack of records that came out the year I was born. I really need to do something about the lighting. We'll figure it out next time, guys. Hard to describe, you know, kind of new age, folk, sort of English folk, Celtic folk overtones, and ambient. You know, the harmonium is plays a big part. The droning harmonium plays a big part in the music here, and it's just really peaceful. Very cool. $1. Like I said, always kind of been in the back of my mind. I pick up that record every once in a while. Sweet stuff. So the next two were a little bit more, and also fortunately were big hitters on my wish list over the last several months. First, I love that I found this, Blackbyrds. Let's see if I can get this in here. This is their first album. And this rocks. The Blackbyrds, you know, of course, proteges of Donald Byrd from Howard University. Killer funk, y'all. Nice notes on the inside from Roberta Flack. This gatefold's really nice. I got this for $4. I see it for all kinds of prices online. It's on Fantasy Records, who are well known for their funk. And this is great. I have a couple other Blackbyrds. This one I think is absolute best. Absolutely best. I mean, front to back, it just doesn't stop. It's a little noisy, the copy that I got, on a couple tracks. There's a couple pops, but otherwise, like a solid copy. You know, the music plays through, and that rules. This rules. Happy to have that. Lastly, only 4 records to show today. Pylon, Chomp, DB Records. This came out in, I don't know when this came out. We might get to it later. Man. So, it's Pylon, Chomp. Unfortunately, not the die-cut cover on the top that looks like a dinosaur bit into it. That's okay. I've been looking for this record for a long time in the wild. You know, one of those things, I'm looking for a copy under $20 pretty regularly. It kind of, people are asking weird prices for the die-cut version online. I don't see many of these copies for sale. This is produced by Chris Stamey, engineered by Mitch Easter. Just really spastic guitar pop, just really punchy. I really like that about this record. They came out of Athens, you know, with REM and B-52s, all those guys. But they, you know, they didn't really hit it as big. I've got Gyrate by them. I do believe that's the name of the album. That's their first, and a bunch of singles by Pylon. I love them, and it's so great to have another one in my collection. This was, to me, the biggest find of the show for sure. Bless Pylon, y'all go check it out. And I'm gonna go, I guess, upload this to the world. Mess with it on my computer. I hope it looks okay. Sorry if the records are dark. We'll work on that, I promise. But for now, I'm signing off. Y'all take it easy.